love forever. Love is free, let's turn forever, you and me.
Yep, so I'm going to dye my hair red again. The hair dye I'm going to be using is the new, I think it's a fairly new one. I remember seeing the advert like recently saying it's new, so I think it may be a month or two old. I'm not sure. I'll have a look for you. It's the Garnier Olia permanent hair colour. It comes in a box like this. It's a pretty big box compared to a standard hair dye box. And that is what you get inside it. Now, with hair dyes like these, when you do it red over brown hair, it never usually tends to take very well. When I last had my red hair, I used the crazy colours, but they are not permanent. They're just like, they last a couple of weeks and they wash out. And they were a pain because they were really good. They made my hair really bright red, but they stain the bath and they stain the shower curtain. I had to buy a new shower curtain and bath mat. It just ruined everything. And I had to keep doing it every couple of weeks. So I've just been like hunting for a red hair dye that just actually turns your hair red and it stays red. And then I saw this and I thought it was pretty good. I've never seen the back of a packet say that if you have black hair, it will go that colour. I'm not sure. I'm being a bit, is the word pessimistic? What's the word? I don't know what the word is. But I don't think it's going to go that colour. But it does intrigue me, so I'm going to have a go with it. I'm under the middle category, which is brown to dark brown, and that is the colour that is on the front of the packaging. So that is the colour hopefully my hair should go. Right, so I'll just open the box and show you what's inside. Like I said, I've never used this before, so I'm going to have to actually read the instructions. I never read instructions, but with this one it's quite complicated, so I'm actually going to have to read them. So in the box you get quite a few things. It's a bit different from regular hair dyes. You get a pot to mix it in, which is empty. In most hair dyes, one of the parts of the hair dye comes in the actual pot and you just mix one half. But you have both halves with this one. You have the colourant cream and the developer cream. You just mix those together in the pot. Then you have a conditioner to use after. When I dye my hair and I get these conditioners, I just use the whole thing on my hair. I don't do weekly treatments with it. I just put it all on so it like really nourishes it. And then a pair of black gloves and the instructions. So in the box there is a little cutout where you can shove the bottle in if you want to, which is very hard to pierce. Oh Christ, just rip the box anyway. I'm not going to put it in that because I don't find it particularly useful, but there's a hole in it if you want to put your bottle in there. But you just want to take the lid off your bottle. First of all, you want to put your developer cream in, or if you've put it in the box, just put them both in together. I doubt it really makes any difference. Just want to squeeze that bad boy in there. It's quite a big tube. It doesn't seem like there's a lot in there either. So that's a little bit of a waste. Really? Is that all that's in there? What's going on there? A sort of pre-warning, this bottle's quite stiff, so you really want to like try and squeeze it all out because there's not a lot in there. Then you obviously get the colourant cream, stab the lid, and then just squeeze that in there too. That was lucky. I didn't even look at the pot when I was squeezing that. I could have just squeezed it all over myself. How silly. So then you have your mixture. You just want to pop the lid back on and shake that up for an even mixture. It usually gives you a time frame, obviously not. Right, so it's all mixed together and it's made like a pearly sort of pink colour, which is pretty cute actually. Then I'm going to take my top off, not on the camera obviously, but I'm just going to take this one off and put a plain black one on. I put a towel around me, but if you want to use an old shirt, then just whack an old shirt on. So I've got my towel on. I'm just going to tie it with a hair ball so it doesn't come loose. I used to use a clip, but it always used to fall off, which is really annoying. I look weird now. Right, and I've also brushed my hair through, so make sure you've brushed your hair through. Then I'm going to section my hair into two. I don't really section it off majorly, I just sort of whack it on and then just massage it all in really. The instructions say start off with your roots and then work down to the ends. I've got hair extensions in, so the microbead ones, so it's quite hard for me to start at the roots then work my way down. So I just sort of start at here and then just run it through. I don't really follow the instructions all too well. Okay, so make sure you've got the gloves on and then just start applying it. Like I was saying, just apply it the way you feel comfortable. Don't feel like you have to really follow the instructions. I don't follow the instructions all the time and it always turns out okay. Now, it doesn't seem like there's a lot in this bottle, so I'm interested to see whether it will actually take over all of my hair. With my extensions in, my hair isn't particularly thick either, so it should really cover it all if it is a good product. I prefer these gloves so much. The gloves in other boxes, I think the L'Oreal ones, they're really massive. I don't know why they think women have fat hands. I don't really know any women with really fat hands. So I don't know why they make the gloves so big. They always fall off me. I have to like tie them with a hairband around my hand. Right, so I just sort of lightly do it all over the head, just so I know I've covered everything. And then I will sort of go over the rest or any place I think needs more if I have any product left over. And if you do wear microbead hair extensions like I do, you just want to make sure you really rub near the roots, just so you get your natural hair as well, because you don't want to miss any of it really, do you? Right, so I'm just gonna get on with this and I will come back once I've got everything on my head. So I'm in the process of doing like my actual hair bit now that is on show. So when I lift this bit up, you can see I have extensions. So this chunk up the top is my hair. So with red, it really does stain your scalp. So I've already got a bit there already. But if you can avoid getting it on your scalp, try. But if not, it's not really the end of the world. I just sort of plonk it on top and then rough it in like that. There's not really any sort of way of particularly doing it. Just as long as you get everything covered. That's the aim of the game, isn't it, really? I don't bother with Vaseline either. I don't know why I never learn. I just always forget to put Vaseline on my forehead. So I always end up with red everywhere. Okay, so I'm done. And as you can tell, I am a very messy hair dyer. But yeah, I've popped it everywhere. The product lasts a fair while. My hair's like really quite damp with it. And I actually quite like the idea of this bottle, because with most hair dye bottles you can't really get a lot out the last bit and you can't really get your finger in there. But if you take the lid off this, it's really a big it's a big hole, so you can just scoop the rest of it out and you can just get your money's worth really. And yeah, get the last bit out if you need it. So that's a good idea. Whatever you do though, don't put your finger in the lid and press upwards, because it just squirted all over my wall. I am done. I grab a carrier bag and bear with me, dyeing my hair is so much kerfuffle, let alone filming it. I get my hair and I sort of just plonk it on my head. It should just stick really if you've got enough dye on there. Really weird. Okay, and I make sure all my hair is stuck, and then I take my gloves off. And then I get a carrier bag. I put it all the way around my head, and then I flatten it down from the back and bring all the excess bag forward. So the bag is like stuck to my head. I didn't realise how small this bag was. It's just not working. Okay, tuck that up there, shall we? Then with the little excess you've got at the front, you can just like tie that with a hair ball, which probably isn't going to work because this bag's too small. Okay, there we go. Then you can take your towel off and you're sort of free to do whatever you want without your hair. like flailing about, being really annoying. So at this point I would take the time to go wash all the red dye off me. So I'm going to go do that now. On the instructions it says leave it on for half an hour if you are dyeing the whole of your head, which I'm doing. So I'm going to leave it on for half an hour, but if you're just doing the roots then 20 minutes. So I will see you in a minute. Okay, so I've just washed the dye off and I put the conditioning thing on. The conditioning thing wasn't that brilliant, if I'm honest. It doesn't feel like majorly soft. But it has made it quite a bit redder than it was before, but it's not the red that was on the box. I'll take a photo and pop it in at the end, because this lighting, it's gotten dark since I've put the dye on, obviously, because I had to have a shower and stuff. So it's gotten a bit darker, so you probably can't see very well in the video, but it has got significantly redder. I don't really think you can see, but I'll try and go by the window in a minute and show you. But yeah, I washed the dye off and all that stuff, and I think it's turned out okay. I do like the dye. I think it's a really sort of good dye. It's the best one I've used so far, like colour-wise. So yeah, I'll just go by the window now and see if I can sort of show you the colour a bit better. Okay, so I'm by the window now. I'm sort of like kneeling on the floor. I can't really see what you can see, but if I do that, maybe. It looks red in the light to me. I'll just try and stand up. I've got a mirror like behind the camera trying to figure out what I'm doing. Yeah, there we go. It's that colour there. Sorry about the mess in the background. We're like moving spare bedrooms around, that's why it's messy. So, yeah. There we go. I look like a psychopath. So yeah, that is the colour. I'll pop a photo in at the end, and I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.